I'm doing a lot of research on that as well, as it's not only the foods we eat now, because you know, you think you're doing great. You go to Whole Foods and you buy your organic. Well, no, now there's certain foods that have naturally, or because they've been sitting, they have molds on them, or bacterias, because we know we used to go out to the garden and pick the thing and eat the thing. Now we don't. It goes somewhere and it sits. Well, the sitting lettuce ends up getting a lot of, so there's something to be said for farm to table type of food. So I think that we need to be really cognitive of I think food is medicine. I love Dr. Wheel's food pyramid, if any of you have seen it, because my skincare is all about anti-inflammatory. Why? Because we've got to suppress the melanocyte prior to procedures, and then afterwards we've got to rescue, restore, regenerate the skin with anti-inflammatories because we've done the more aggressive procedure in the treatment room. So that's kind of my whole philosophy, because I want my skincare to really match in the treatment room. And again, we're made in America, we're paraben free. We have, most of the products have no fragrance, because again, I believe fragrance is a skin irritant post-procedure. And we have the latest peptides. Also, chem-free SPF is, which is extremely important, because you don't want to drive the SPF into the skin. And you know, again, now that we're in season, some of the things I say, do your fact check, right? I'm reading books that have people's opinion. So now I'm going to go back and double check these scientists. So, you know, affects ATP. Because if we have the knowledge, we're able to, I always call, whether it be UV light or LED precise. And then when you learn something, you're like, it makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, right? So it's interesting. But you know, I first started my school and I would lecture my students, because again, coming from South Africa won gold. Yeah. So but you know, we didn't have drive-throughs when I lived in South Africa. Of course we do now. McDonald's is there and everybody has a drive now, so you know. But this was, you know, years ago. And what's interesting is that I always used to say to my students, you cannot celebrate life through. Right, because if you think about it, it has to be cooked and it has to be fresh. And that's why I love these food trucks, because you get like the food cooked right there, and it's fresh, and it's made, it hasn't been sitting and stuff like that. So I think that's great for us. These so I'm really, you know, big on food and how food affects us. So not only did I come up, I I guess I need Ashley to handle this. Not only did I come up with a skincare line for esthetician treatments, result-oriented treatments, high tech, high touch. I really believe it's our hands that really make the difference. It's the reason they come back. You know, you can have the brilliant marketing, you can have the brilliant website. Yeah. Only brings them in once. Of the treatments that you can do. Oh, and it's in your kind of foolproof, but it's nice that you've got your menu of services pretty. Too, if you wanted to. I would not suggest adding microcurrent or even radio frequency because it has ultrasound. Okay. Well, try the coconut because it's really nice because coconut oil.
Now, does it heat up though? That's the only thing.
But you need to get the skin to that 40 to 42 Celsius. So that's going to help a little bit, right?
Yeah. I just worry about it getting too too hot.
Okay, just try it once.
Okay.
I do,
I'll
I,
try it on me.
yeah, I use it on my
Do you do that with
skin.
hormone, or you do that
No,
with
with
ultrasound?
ultrasound. Remember, if you want to penetrate an active ingredient, it's gonna have to be water soluble,
Yes.
and coconut oil is.
Right, that's right. there's no
Um,
oil.
I use the radio frequency on my skin with the coconut oil. Actually, it was something that a doctor told me about, and instead of the opposite, because it's so goopy. I mean, you use a nice aloe-based one, so that's fantastic.
Right, so-
Plus, you've got the penetration.
Mhm.
But again, just the more I learn about the power of the coconut oil internally as well as externally, that I didn't know about. I didn't even know you shouldn't cook with olive oil. I mean, I'm learning stuff that I'm just so fascinated how the chemistry of the oils change during cooking.
Her phone doesn't have one of these.
Okay, there you go, have one. Thank you. Okay, so, Elaine Sterling Skincare
That's a good name.
has the professional products and the retail products in there. You can purchase them if you have a license. You can purchase them wholesale. The retail is 50% off, and we have an array of pre-procedure and post-procedure. Now, Emeralds and Ice, I developed Emeralds and Ice and I trademarked it because, I don't know about you, but I was so tired, not that there's anything wrong with them, but I was getting all bored with the collagen blanket and the pumpkin peel. And again, I do always do the pumpkin peel in the fall, and the clients love the collagen blanket. But I wanted something that clients could come back every 2 to 4 weeks, but actually was results orientated, and that we were doing something with our hands. And if you read how important lymphatic drainage is, but not only ice therapy for acne, for hyperpigmentation. So this facial includes an emerald peel that I developed that has actually semi-precious gems in it. And it's got 3 parts to it, basically. It has an emerald peel, and I called it emerald for 2 reasons. Well, the main reason is that emerald is my daughter Ash's birthstone. So I thought, how lovely to have an Emeralds and Ice facial. Plus, I believe in a more glamorous, I think clients want glamour, they want the Louis Vuitton facial, the Gucci facial, right? They don't want, if I say to you, would you like to go to the spa at Walmart, or would you like to go to the spa at the Four Seasons or the Ritz? But there's no reason why, if you had a spa in Walmart or if you had a spa in Sears, there's no reason why your facials the client could not feel like they're going to the Ritz. So when we actually have an emerald room, which I'd like for you guys to go and visit during the break. So when the clients come to the school, Asha, would you mind helping? Oh, thank you. When the clients come to the school, they feel like they're at the Ritz-Carlton, and that's kind of something that I wanted to hit home with this. Asha, if you could help with this. Want to hit home with the students.
Can you reset the Wi-Fi?
Okay, I need you to help me. Okay. So I created a glamorous facial for the clients to experience, and Stefan gets calls all the time. Where is Stefan? Tell us about the man that called you from New York after having an Emeralds and Ice facial.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that, yes.
This
So-
is Stefan, everybody.
Yes, hi, so very nice to meet you guys. So we had a client that just moved here from New York, and he came to experience the Emeralds and Ice facial, where he went back and told all of his friends about it. The one thing that he really loved was the ice flow, so the lymphatic drainage. So he went out and told all of his friends, so all of his friends are actually gonna come down for a group trip, and they're gonna come see this. So we're really excited about it. We're really, really excited about it. And of course, now he's a longtime client. He loved the results of the firming that comes with the ice globes and just the overall results. Was
Right.
amazing. So we're excited.
And again, I wanted something that, well, they can't get it everywhere, right?
Right.
They have to come to you to get it because it's not offered in every salon or spa. So what I created was a script for the esthetician to say to the client, and I also created a script for the guest service. Because that's what's the problem. They call and they say, well, what facial should I have? Or I saw you were doing an emeralds and ice on your page on Facebook. And you should do this for all of your facials, not just the emeralds and ice. But the guest service or your website needs to explain what is a microdermabrasion, what is a facial. Back when I was the first microderm trainer in Atlanta, can you believe that? And that was back then when they were charging $200 for microderm. Can you believe that? When I came to Atlanta, that's what they were charging. Now a microdermabrasion is like a basic facial, right? So I always used to joke with my students, and I would walk in and say, nobody walks into the spa and says, will you remove my epidermis and I'll give you $200, right? Because some of these more aggressive procedures, like skin needling or dermal planing or fractionated laser or IPL, anything that has a little bit more commitment on their or chemical peels, that is a commitment on their part for being compliant with post-care, and also explaining why they need it, takes a little bit more work because they know what they want it fixed in a minute, right? So we need to walk them through the process. So the script, and then when you take on Emeralds and Ice, you get a packet emailed from Asher with everything. So the esthetician, this is what the estheticians say when the client is in the treatment room. Welcome to our Emerald Room. You will experience the Emeralds and Ice facial today that includes an emerald peel, hydrating marine mask, and Elaine Sterling signature ice globe massage. I will chime the bowl to let you know that the treatment has concluded. So we have a chiming bowl that we chime at the end of the facial. And again, in the break, I suggest you go look at the Emerald Room so you can see what you could duplicate. Come and experience the treatment. And again, you get emailed this so you can change the script to suit your spa and your salon. And then the guest service gets, Elaine Sterling introduces the exciting Emeralds and Ice facial. This clinical treatment is designed to target fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, and improve the skin's circulation. This innovative facial includes an AHA mineral peel, hydrating marine mask, and Elaine Sterling's designer ice globe massage. So it's a designer ice globe massage or ice massage. So you get emailed the script to, of course, adapt it to your spa, but you want your front desk or your on-hold message or on your website. And Asher also sends you all the visuals and all the training material plus the video. So that is the script that you get with Emeralds and Ice. And then the emerald peel itself is an AHA peel. That's an alpha hydroxy acid peel. It is water soluble. Its main task is to disrupt the epidermis, to dissolve the desmosomes or the glue that hold the cells together, right? To stimulate collagen and elastin. Oh, genius, thank you. So what it has in it is 2% mandelic, which you know is from a nut. I think it's fantastic because it's fabulous actually for acne. And it doesn't have quite that tingling, I call them like spider feeling, the tingling feeling. I kind of feel it has an antibiotic-like effect on acne skin, and I love it for ethnic skin. Glycolic, 1%. Azelaic acid, 1%, which is fabulous for rosacea. And then the lactic acid, 24%, is going to bring the hydration to the tissue and also great for brightening, for hyperpigmentation. And this peel is for Fitzpatrick 1 through 5. Okay? I would always say 6 with caution, because a Fitzpatrick 6 may need just treatments in a certain area. It may not be the entire face, because some with the Fitzpatrick's 4, 5, and 6, they may just be concerned with certain areas of hyperpigmentation or acne breakout. So you may customize your treatments for that. But this is definitely an anti-aging, hydration, hyperpigmentation, and hormones affect hyperpigmentation. If you come to one of my, I think it's skin analysis, I talk about hyperpigmentation. Now it has the beautiful minerals. Why do I have minerals in the peel? Because the peel, I love wound management and wound healing. So it has wound healing in it. So the peel, which I'll pass around, has pearl, and you can see how pearly it is. You can pass it around. It has zinc and copper. So it's got these, why? Because these are wound healers. So it's got the peel and the wound healers in one, which is an awesome, because it gives you more control. And then I took it a step further, and I was like, well, I want to create a massage that is unbelievable. So I created a massage with the ice globes, called an ice globe massage, which has been around for a long time, but I created 2 phases. And you put, and the kit comes with the globes and everything, but you put these in the freezer, and I have 2 sets when I do the treatment. And there's 2 phases. There's a lymphatic drainage phase, and then there's a lifting and toning phase. So there's 2 phases to Emeralds and Ice. And you get, like I said, you get the visuals and you get the logos. So you can put it on your menu as Emeralds and Ice. So you can do the emerald peel on its own, and then you can do the Emeralds and Ice facial. And in Griffin, Georgia, they're charging $139 for the facial. So I think that, again, being able to charge for what you do with your hands is important, because it's your time, right? And you don't need a machine. So you get the training book with it, which is great. And you get the ingredients, and it also has quartz. So quartz simulates cellular renewal, healing properties. Magnesium aspartate protein synthesis and improves the immune system. Zinc is a wound healer, and copper, the body needs copper to absorb and use iron. So the mica in it gives it the sparkle, and the chromium gives it the green pigment.
Will you get a copy of that?
Yeah, you get it emailed to you, the entire training manual, which comes with, obviously, the ingredient deck, comes with the script, comes with the protocols for the emerald peel as well as the emeralds and ice, all laid out for you, plus the video, so that you're able to, if you have other people, and I have a freezer in the room, and I keep them in the freezer, and I also have some eye masks that I put in the fridge too, because while I'm doing the décolleté massage, I put an eye, because it's also fabulous. I mean, ice massage is fabulous for acne, because acne is inflammation, but it's also great because we're doing a lymphatic drainage and a lifting and toning for tightening of the skin. You can pass those around. I even give you what you need to do the treatment. But what's fabulous about the Emeralds and Ice is you get a bag like this that has everything in it. It has the bowl, it has the fan brush, it has the emerald globes, it has the peel, and it even has the cotton swabs for you to use. And so you get that, the entire kit for $145. So you can just start doing Emeralds and Ice. Of course, we sell everything individually, but it comes with the bowl and everything.
And it's how many treatments are you using?
They are about, I would say about, you use 12 pumps of the peel, and I'd say about 20, and I include the neck. Because this is a spa grade peel, leave it on 3 minutes. More than 1 to 3 minutes, and then you neutralize. So it's a very active peel, but because you're doing the calming of the lymphatic drainage afterwards, and it comes with the marine mask because you need something for the slip and glide. So you get the items needed for the facial, which everything you need for the facial is in the Emeralds and Ice kit. And then you get actually the Emeralds and Ice massage. You will get the protocols for the lymphatic drainage phase and the lifting and toning phase. Now, why I'm glad you're here today is because I have movements in here, Jill, like, my figure eights and some of those movements, because it's difficult to draw. They show you, I follow this, but I add some of my movement. Chemical peel massage the face, because really you shouldn't, but now you can because you're doing an anti-inflammatory massage. And then I use the marine mask because it's a gel mask for my glide, and then I'll massage the décolleté with my massage medium oil afterwards. So those are the stages of the peel. Of course, it's extremely important to have a consent form. And you get my consent form too, that I email to you, that you can put your own logo on, because I get the client to sign 2 things. One, I get them to sign, of course, the usual, no Accutane, all of that. But I also get them to sign what I recommend post-procedure, and I also get them to sign a pledge. So you'll get emailed this too, that you can put your logo on, because I think I'm a little bit of a control freak. Ex-students, no need to comment. But I know what's in this. So I need to be on or not using. So I'm just going to read through this, and of course there's nothing using the consent forms that your insurance gave you, said that you must use. But I think a pledge is a nice what the client pledged. So what my consent form just says is that, please note, chemical peels can improve the overall health of the skin. Some of the results achieved may be minimized fine lines and wrinkles, improved skin tone and texture and exfoliation. Professional medical grade peels can cause individual sensitivities and reactions. Potential reactions can be redness. We're in the spa, we're not in a doctor's office, so the protocols may be different. Okay, so contraindications to a chemical peel. Accutane within the last 6 months. Area wax within the last 7 days. At-home exfoliation used within the past 48 hours. Bleaching creams and retinoic acid products need to be stopped 48 hours prior or a week prior. Skin that is red, irritated, broken, or sunburned. Psoriasis, eczema, and or medical conditions currently under physician's care. Pregnant, active herpes, or immune disorders. Procedure. I agree to all the above and adhere to the post-care procedure. And yes, you've got to get them to sign the pledge, and you've got to give them a post-care form every time, because they forget. Asha, since you're here, I would just like you to go over some of the before and afters. Do you mind? Do you have 5 minutes?
Yeah, and you actually have some of this before and afters in your.
Okay, just to talk about what you did.
So I did a trial with 2 of our clients here at the spa. And we gave them different products and we changed them throughout the course, like maybe they didn't like it or they wanted to try something different, or also it was from I think November through January, so it got colder and skin got drier. So this lady used, as you can see, she started with the Daily Gentle Cleanser, then she moved to the Mild Cream Cleanser. Maybe as it got drier, we gave her something that was more moisturizing. So this was a 3-month. So on the 3rd month, she used the same as the 2nd. And let me go to the next one.
So I think the point about good skincare, regardless of brand, is the condition of the skin and the quality of the skin and the texture of the skin is completely different. And I mean, she didn't use any filters or any Photoshop, and it's not like she looks 15 years younger, but after 3 months, you can see the anti-inflammatory of the reds in the skin that has dissipated. Even the depth of the wrinkles are softer, but if you look at the dehydration on the forehead and then the hydration there, that's huge for somebody. So then when we go get her into the treatment room and bump that up with the microdermabrasion, the chemical peels, and the enemas and ice, and the oxygen treatments, to be able to, this lady had a lot of reds in her skin, a lot of diffuse redness, and that red, reds, especially the rosacea type skin, I mean, it's a vascular disorder, and you see a lot of it. I mean, it's the air conditioning, it's the stress, it's genetic, it's just a lot of the foods we eat, what we drink affects that. So be able to just calm that down just with the skincare, and then their friends saying, my God, your skin looks so beautiful, what are you doing? Is great. Thank you. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to break for 30 minutes. The food trucks are here, right?
Yeah, they're here.
So they're just around the corner if you guys want to get something to eat. And I'm going to set up for my demo. So if we could, you can also, in the retail area, the Emeralds and Ice kits are there, as well as the skincare if you want to look